Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing out there, Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg area? This King Jab. Oh, I'm peeking in live in y'all speakers, man, blowing your eardrums out. Let me get that together for you. Yeah, this King Jab coming in this morning. How y'all doing this morning, man? Got a little news for y'all. We gonna get into it. Lot going on in the city. Lot going on in the city. But how y'all feel, man? Anybody out there want to call in 6727-637-2417? Call in and man, today, let me know how you feel. What you got on your mind? What you want to add? Um, I can't add before we get into the news that I have been personally working on a program where we're doing listening sessions, and it's been very enlightening to me. A lot of information coming from just the citizens of the community. I am going to expand this program. I actually think that I'm going to take maybe one or two of these sessions and play them live so that my listeners can, hear what's actually going on and get involved. I think this will be a great, great vehicle for those that want to express their concerns. It's different from interviewing somebody on the radio because, like I said, it's a listening session. So I can't really lead the questions. I'm not really guiding your conversation. I'm trying to extract conversation. So the line of questions will be different from me doing just a radio interview. Because in a radio interview, I may give you my opinion and say, okay, well, what you think about that? I might give you my opinion on what you just stated. And in this situation, that's not what we're doing. So it's very it's very interesting, and I like I'm gonna bring that to the people because I would like for the people to see what's going on, and I like what's going on because the information and the data can really be used to assist and help the people that have ideas on what's going on in the city. So as everybody know, in the city we got issues with the in the White House downtown the city hall, y'all. Uh, it's problems in the house, man. The deputy mayor has resigned following allegations of bullying. Um, I, I don't understand that. We are community platforms. Me, myself, and the Breakfast Club. I don't understand why the people from the mayor's office don't utilize us to get to the people, but there, we still here to support. We still here to, and I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm going into it with a clean eye. So the mayor addressed these allegations because his executive staff had to resign. So to brief this, and it may talk about this a little bit in the article because it's a lot going on here. Somebody resigned. Um, we'll get to the title of this person later. Said person resigned, saying that they were working in a hostile work environment. I am kind of having a little mini flashback because I've worked myself in a hostile work environment. I was at Trade Winds, and although I was a senior management, my work environment with my co-managers and my manager was very hostile. It was a S show. It was make it even worse. It was the only department managed by all black managers, and it was really, really, really a messed up work environment. I can't describe it as nothing else when you're documenting what's going on and recording conversations. That's when your work environment. You don't went too far. Things need to be addressed all off. You know what I mean? It need to be addressed. So I don't know how this situation here went, but I heard the sentiments of somebody else say that if he didn't know about it, he should have knew about it. Like, this your house, and I can tighten up, Mr. Ken. So a week after the communications director and the deputy mayor of St. Petersburg resigned, Mayor Ken Welch will publicly address this issue today. So he has not addressed the issue. It'll be addressed this morning. They have an 11 a.m. press conference, y'all, if y'all ready to hear what's going on. So he said he plans to address the resignation of his two executive board members today at 11 a.m. in the press conference. So last week, Stephanie Owens, deputy mayor of St. Petersburg, resigned following allegations by former city communications director Janelle Irvin Taylor regarding a hostile work environment. These are very strong allegations. Those out there headed to work, y'all know what this is like, and let's let's not paint any false images here. This is a white woman saying that a black woman had her in a hostile work environment. So this is a precedent, y'all. Y'all watch what's going on now. So beyond the allegations of a hostile work environment, Taylor also cited an overall culture of bullying as her reasons for resignation. Deputy Mayor was initially placed on administrative leave on September 1st following the investigation launched by Mayor Ken Welch, but due to her resignation, the internal review has been canceled. That's flawed. This is a reason why we don't. This is the reason why we don't think y'all take our vote serious. If there was an investigation to her bullying, this should not have been canceled because of her resignation. It should be fully investigated and really reverse engineered to fix what's going on. And it's crazy to fix what's going on. Why is you? Never mind. Stop throwing stuff under the rug, y'all. Please. That's flawed. We will see at the press conference at 11 a.m. Because now I'm finna be tuned in. Because if there's no investigation as to what happened, that's 10 times as worse as what happened. Mayor Mayor Welch asked the Human Resource Department to develop an initiative to educate employees of their rights and protect and foster workplace civility and professionalism throughout the city. I don't like none of this, y'all. I don't. I don't like any of it. I don't like any of it. It's a lot. It's a lot being said here, and this is one of the rare times that I actually want to. I want to gather a little bit more information because I want to see what he has to say, and I want to see what really, really, really happened here because this is going to lead to lawsuits. And again, just like with the last administration, when the city gets sued, it don't cost them nothing. It costs us. It costs us. We the taxpayers. It costs us. We raising y'all water bill again. Why? Because we getting sued. So you know what I mean. It costs us. Be careful. That's why. That's exactly why I made that statement. So within making this statement, I'm finna go to my next story because this is ultimately important. And if anybody want to add in, man, 727-637-2416, 727-637-2416. If you want to add in, you got anything you want to drop down on the conversation, anything you want to get off your chest, anything you want to discuss, hit me up. 737-637-2416. It's a lot going on in our city. And before I go into the next, because this is important coming out of the last conversation, there has the leadership St. Pete application has opened. Okay, the applications have opened for Leadership's St. Pete, a division of St. Petersburg Area Chamber of Commerce, which seeks to identify, recruit, and develop leaders who represent diversity of the local community. This 6 month period, Leadership St. Pete's provides a curriculum that enhances community acumen and develop the future leaders who will assume roles throughout the community, including with the city of St. Petersburg staff. The applications are being accepted for this 2023 class, and the next information system is held on. Oh, we missed that date. So the we missed that last information session, which was September 6th, but the application deadline is September 27th. So they didn't really give a lot, but I guess Leadership St. Pete. This is from the St. Pete Chamber of Commerce. So it says here, as one of the oldest leadership programs in America and division of St. Petersburg Area Chamber of Commerce, Leadership St. Pete seeks to identify. And this is the same. So, okay, y'all. I want y'all to be involved. I want y'all to be involved. I'm looking at this application and it is stp.com/LSP /. If you're interested in this, because I think I'm going to sign up. This is how you find out the information, y'all. You got to stick your nose out there. This is why I'm bringing it to y'all. If you don't stick your nose out there, you're not going to discover what's really going on in our city. So, you know, Leadership St. Pete, I'm gonna look into that. I think I'm gonna join myself. So another thing that I was looking at in the article, so okay, so I mean, when you slide down the interstate and it says toll ahead, but it ain't no toll booth. They got 75 movie cameras posted up there taking pictures of every angle of your car, the front, side, back, underneath. Yeah, okay. Wait, yeah, okay. Underneath everything. They taking pictures of everything. So Florida is being investigated because they have secretive toll surveillance program. Okay. These cameras, they got one when you coming from St. Pete Beach, y'all. All right. Secretive investigation. So they have tracking technology. So it says, like many highways across the country, toll roads managed by Florida Department of Transportation rely on all electronic tolling. It's system that uses automatic license plate readers to bill drivers who pass through the toll without having transponder payments. The technology also powers a surveillance system, alternately called an enforcement list, a blacklist, a law enforcement notification system. Police agencies can request the addition of specific plate numbers or transponder signatures to a list, which sends real-time notification when those vehicles are detected passing through. Such systems, here go the hints with the apostrophes in the air. Such systems can be used to flag stolen cars and track down Amber Alerts. That's just a little bit of steaks also, a very good steak, y'all. So So basically, they're saying that these toll booths are like placing a GPS tracker on your cars and then accessing cell phone locations and records. The Supreme Court has not ruled out the need for a warrant to access license plate readers' data. So you don't have to have a warrant to get this information. Federal courts have ruled that there's generally no reasonable expectation of privacy in public places, a principle that broadly allows police to surveillance public areas, possibly infringing on the Fourth or Right Amendments. So yeah, that's very so uh basically they're using this and they're this is the new way they tracking drug dealers, y'all. Um let's just be real with it. This is a new way they're tracking you and they're tracking drug dealers, they're tracking your movements, they know where you went and they're selling your data. This world is data driven. Data driven. Your name, your whereabouts, what you buy, what you eat, what you like to wear, where you like to shop, data driven. This world has become, regardless of all the technology, the world has become what we call data driven. Everybody wants data on you. They want to know what you like. I can sell you something if I have data on how to sell you something. If I got a a little roadmap, okay, we'll say, ooh, you like this, that, and this. And I come to you and say, hey, man, I got a watch. It's a nice watch, man. It's a centerpiece. It's a chrome watch, blah, blah, blah. Because you don't gather my that data, you know, like, dang, I needed this watch. I've been searching online for this watch. I done said something about this watch and open up my phone and voila, there go the watch. That's that data, y'all. So the world is data driven and unfortunately they're collecting data on our travels and on our movements throughout the state of Florida. Speaking of data, we have a metaverse startup. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. A metaverse startup to open a St. Pete office. Data, send your kids into technology. These jobs coming. Prepare our future. These jobs are coming. A company creating a metaverse world where people can live stream sports, engage with their favorite teams, and acquire real estate around stadiums and arenas will be established a St. Peter hub. Um, the company is known as Web3, and the metaverse is taking off very well in South Florida. This is what the statements say. And but we have a network of connections in St. Petersburg, and we want to build a presence here. This is what the Petersburg resident, ooh, jeez, his name is Piotr Smetter, the co-founder and head of partnerships of Metasports Arena. So Piotr Smetter is located here in St. Pete, and he wants to bring the company, which was founded October 2021 by Julian Savat. The Metasports Arena, it has 15 to 20 employees who are from or based in Poland. Okay, so Smetter and Savat, y'all bringing y'all employees with y'all? No deal. Stay where you at. Stay, hey man. I understand y'all need a location, but no deal. Y'all trying to connect us to the matrix? No deal. Stay where you at. If y'all already got employees, what we need you for? They say the group is behind Sam Arena, the first sport and entertainment Binance Smart Chain based metaverse allowing users to share and earn Initium Sam tokens and real estate. So basically, they done tied this into the metaverse and the cryptocurrency, and they thinking about bringing it here in St. Petersburg. I'm I don't know what it. I don't know about what is it going to do for the community. What is it going to do with us? Um, what do we go down there and log into the metaverse? Would this be a metaverse resource center? What does this do? This is what we got to be careful about, y'all. It's a lot of stuff going on in our city, and it's a lot of people, coming here trying to make things happen in our city. And what is this going to do for us? If you bring in your company here from Poland with your 15 to 20 employees, what does this do for the citizens of St. Petersburg? I mean, even if you come here and open up something that we can go to, this does this, and this is one of the sentiments that I got from these listening sessions, y'all. What is this doing for the citizens? You're bringing something here that we might possibly have to pay you for or pay to go see. Um, we need resources and businesses coming here that are going to hire us from the top to the bottom, not just from the bottom. We need businesses that are coming here that are going to hire us, give us careers, not okay, we're gonna start you at 1450. No, get these people salary, vacation, the health insurance, the 401k. That's what our citizens deserve. I mean, we ain't talking about the competitiveness of the salary, but all of them toppings that go along with it. That's what I. That's what we deserve. If y'all coming here, this is exactly what we deserve. I spoke about this on the radio, and this is crazy. So there's a Florida woman accused by police and said that she had burnt a body beyond recognition in an alley dumpster last month. This happened on Emerson, and her name is Cree Worley of Pinellas Park was arrested Tuesday night and faces a felony charge of abuse of a dead body, along with three charges of driving while her license was suspended. St. Petersburg police and firefighters responded to a dumpster fire at 12:42 a.m. on August 18th. This was on Emerson in the hood, y'all. Cree killed this girl and brought her in the hood and set her on fire. This is my own preliminary investigation and not the thoughts or views of anybody else. But this is what happened, y'all, because I'm busting this down. The white lady killed the white lady, brought her to the hood and set her on fire. This is why Emmett Till got killed. This is why Black Wall Street not here no more. You trying to frame somebody, man. You trying to give one of the dudes in the hood off Emerson locked up for this foolishness, man. Okay, it says once the blaze was extinguished, authorities found the body of a 31-year-old woman whose parents went on and demanded justice. Fire said that most of the woman's upper torso and lower in extremities were destroyed by the fire, and firefighters added that the woman's body had been dosed with the flammable substance before ignited, making her beyond recognition at the scene. The medical examiner later identified the body as is Heather Olmstead after obtaining a single usable thumbprint. Wow, just one usable thumbprint, y'all. Okay, so the security camera footage. That's a different world we live in, y'all. Security camera footage at the scene shows a white Ford pickup truck pulling away from a burning dumpster. Investigators said that additional surveillance footage captured the license plate of the truck, which was registered to Worley's mother, according to the television station. This is the difference in us criminals, y'all. This is the I said us criminals, y'all. I am not a criminal. I'm so sorry. I am not. My thought process is not of criminals at all. Um, but when you're doing different things and you're doing things in life, it is a different era. This is an era where everybody has a security camera, and it's a good thing. I ain't gonna even say nothing really bad about it because I got cameras around my house, and this is to protect my household and my neighbor's house because somebody done stole my vehicle from my driveway before. So if I see my camera catch something going on at the neighbor's house, hey, it is what it is. So what did the cameras catch? The cameras caught the white truck and the tag number that belonged to the woman that dumped that belonged to the white woman that dumped another white woman on Emerson and set her on fire. So that camera possibly saved somebody's life because somebody was going to wear the weight of this crime. If that camera wasn't been there, I'm gonna say it would have been one of the young black men that hang around that area or that is from that area. You did this crime. You did this crime. You're gonna have to prove that you're innocent of doing this crime if this camera ain't gonna catch Cree Worley. And this is eye opening, y'all. Just as like I said, it's eye opening for to see that a white woman said that she was being bullied in a hostile work environment at our city hall. It's also eye opening to see that a white woman came and dumped the body of another white woman south of Central, set on fire, and drove off. Open your eyes when I say eye opening, because it's a lot going on out here that we really not. Only thing we taking the time to see if we weren't about whatever it is we were, whatever life has us consumed with, because that's really everything is a distraction. So whatever we can consume you with, if it's social media, if it's games on your phone, if it's whatever it may be, whatever we can consume you with, however much attention you can give us, everybody wants your attention, and you don't understand how precious it is. What is your attention? How long you gonna sit here and look at this phone going through TikTok? Now you done been here for 1 hour going through TikTok videos. That's your attention span. Now I can sell you that shiny gray watch on these TikTok videos. So me and my mama was actually having this conversation yesterday, and it's ironic that we was having this conversation yesterday because when I seen this story, I actually thought about something that I'm gonna add to this story. But an archaeologist last Wednesday announced that business property in Clearwater is the site of a destroyed segregation area era black cemetery that had hundreds of graves underneath it. The destroyed cemetery also extends to a nearby paved road. Last Wednesday announcement came after archaeologists found 258 extra graves on the property where St. Matthew's Baptist Church Cemetery once stood. A total of 328 graves have so far been discovered at the location. Aaron Kennedy, who is a senior archaeologist, hey, shout out to my wife if you listen. See, I was gonna be an archaeologist. That was when they said, "What you want to be as a kid?" I said, "I want to be an archaeologist, man." I'd have been finding these graves, y'all. Hey, archaeologists still here. I was That was my childhood. What you want to be? An archaeologist. So Aaron McKee, I wish I can find you, who is a senior archaeologist with Cardinal, briefed the Clearwater African American Cemeteries Memorial Committee about the findings during the meeting. Okay, this was hosted by the NAACP. They say the St. Matthew's Baptist Church Cemetery was operated between the 1900s and 1940s before the property was sold for $15,000 around 1950s, which go back to the conversation me and my mama had. When I bury you, I'm paying for your plot. How can you resell what I paid for? This goes deep. They say the church sold the cemetery because of land development pressures, and researchers reportedly said that the individual who purchased the property later sold it for purchased it at 15,000 and later sold it at 115,000 after flipping the land. This is how we lose in our community, y'all. Pay attention. This is exactly how we lose in our community. They sold the whole church. They sold grandma's house to the man that keep calling for $15,000. They sold the whole church, man, all the property, the cemetery for 15,000. This is the people that keep calling. This is how we losing our community because yeah, we got gentrification, but a lot of these houses used to be granny house. Granny died, y'all ain't want a house. A granny died, and all y'all fighting about one property. Ain't none of y'all got time to take care of. So this is how they get in our community because they bought it for 15,000 and they turned around and flipped it for I put 100 on top. So we selling ourselves short from the beginning because the man calling grandma phone 20 times a day ain't gonna give her the 115 like he's supposed to. So they basically they said and one of the spokesmen on this said that the next logical step is to find out what the perimeter is of the old cemetery and how many possible remains we're talking about. And this is this is this is big. They built this. Developers came and built a industrial commercial development on top of our ancestors' graves. So how does this tie into us? The same thing has been stated about parts of the Tropicana Field gas plant district area. It used to be a grave over there. It used to be a grave over there. If y'all don't find this grave and honor these people, it should be no development over there. Don't build on top of these people graves, y'all. 727-637-2416. Because I remember the articles, I remember it vividly. It was clearly saying, like, no, the graveyard, man, our ancestor was telling, no, the graveyard used to be right there. I think I want to tentatively say part of the apartment building and the parking lot of the trop is the graveyard. Used to be right there on 16th. Our elders know these things. Like we gotta stop allowing them to develop on top of the remains of our ancestors for nothing. For nothing. These families didn't get reimbursed the money that they spent to bury these people because it costs money. Every time you bury somebody, it costs money. Ain't no free burial, so it's no reimbursement. This is we need to take a deep look, y'all. We need to take deep looks. We need to take a deep look. We need to take a deep look. So I know when Brother Reno was in here talking about the Bank of America, they got a mortgage loan going on right now. It's supposed to be directed at the lower income and minority community. And Reno was saying that how everything sounds good and ain't great. And when it comes to depressions and even the last time the economy collapsed, what the banks started doing, they started loaning money to people that they started doing predatory loans. And one of these people was Bank of America. They was doing predatory loans. They was loaning houses. They was giving people loans with the intentions of rolling the dice that you can't afford to keep this home, so you're gonna lose it back to the bank. So this was which caused the collapse of the last economy. So for Bank of America to come back and say we're gonna do that, open your eyes. Hey man, I'm not saying don't go get that loan, but open your eyes to what happened, and history don't repeat itself. We repeat what happened. We repeat the history. History ain't going backwards and forward. So to add along with that, with Bank of America say after refusing the PPP loan of forgiveness, so those of us out there that have businesses such as myself, they know that when you got the PPP loan, if you got under a certain amount, there's paperwork where you can file for forgiveness, and you don't have to pay that loan back. So Bank of America, the loans that they gave out, they refused to accept the forgiveness from the government, which came back and paid off those loans. So pay attention. Like we want to give y'all homes, but we don't want to take this forgiveness. We want to hold y'all hostage. And what the problem is, say Bank of America hit PPP borrowers with inscrutable finance charges. So now hit you hit me with the whammy. That's why you didn't want to take the money from the government because you couldn't hit them with the whammy. So you refuse to take the forgiveness from the government, and you hit your people that borrow money from you with the whammy. So it says Bank of America has refused to forgive some of the loans it made to small business owners through the Paycheck Protection Program. Uh, it said the loans were supposed to be forgiven if used correctly, but Bank of America forced borrowers to use its own opaque portal rather than a small business administration, giving business owners limited recourse to appeal when their applications for forgiveness were rejected and denied. So y'all put your own portal up. People put their stuff in there and they got denied. So now those business owners face having to pay back those loans they thought would be converted into grants. And Bank of America told the Intercept the charges are for interest began occurring when those loans were dispersed. Unforgiven PPP loans, according to the SBA, should accrue 1% annual interest. This is why they didn't want to get the forgiveness. That's flawed too. That's what they call predatory banking. They could have recouped all their money that they loaned out to the citizens because the forgiveness for the PPP loan was turned into a grant. Well, the forgiveness made that PPP loan and excess as a grant. You don't have to pay that back. Um, and let's not put a negative light on those that got a PPP loan, because only only a fool that's not in business will not utilize those funds. Matter of fact, that the fact that we laughed and mocked the PPP loan when, as in right now, the biggest uh, government grant that came out as a grant and as a loan that don't need no forgiveness is going on right now, and 75% of our businesses don't qualify for it. And that's the employee retention credit directly from the IRS. If you have any W-2 employees, we don't be having W-2 employees. I can help you fix that. If you're looking for payroll services, contact me. I can help you fix that. I have that available. But we don't have any W-2 employees. So guess what? And if you do, guess what's happening right now? Right now, you can get up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. So 10 employees, $260,000 to retain your employees, and it's a grant. You have to pay it back. If you had two employees, that's 52,000. So and that's free money. Like we laugh and mimic. Oh, such and such a got a PPP loan. You don't know what the people doing in the business, and I can guarantee I looked at the list, and when it was popular and funny, and people were sharing the list, and I was so disappointed in us. Why was I disappointed in us? Because us, me, my people. We talk about the white people. Us people, my people. We look past the Gonzalez. We look past the Smiths, all the Spanish and white names that go down there and see. Ooh, Laquanda got one. Ooh, Tyrone got one. You got three black names on a page of 50 people. Four people you know. Two people you know on there. Five more might be black. So why are we doing this to each other? Because every other culture and everybody else in America benefit off of it. It's nothing to joke about. It's nothing the finger point. Even the fraudsters got off. So, and even with fraud, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, we, it's bad in our community. It's bad for our culture. But everything that we doing, it, we follow behind what white people done already did. Even with the drops, they've been doing that. PPP fraud, unemployment fraud, they've been doing that. But if we publicize us and we'll crucify ourselves, man, to where you have one young black lady from Tampa getting 20 something years for fraud, and yeah, she may have got a couple $1 million, but you got CEOs that defraud companies of millions, pull Ponzi schemes of millions, and don't do 5 years. We don't look at it like that. It's just we publicize it while these people um why America has taken off their white hoods and put on black hoods and put their representatives in our courts. Ron DeSantis just nominated like 20 something court judges. Like they take off the Klansman hood, put on that black robe. Now I'm gonna sit up here on this oak desk and I'm gonna sentence your children to an excess. I'm gonna sentence your nephews to an excess. I'm not gonna allow the resources to your children so that when they get adults, they have all these trumped up charges so that we can make them property of the state. Um, when your kids mess up, I'll give my own a lesser sentence, but I give your 16, 17, 18-year old child 60, 70 years because that's what the That's what the guidelines say. So yeah, be careful of that. Going into that, I'm gonna end I'm gonna end my week off with these last two stories because that's important. Understanding that they're not educating our kids in the school so that they can put them in prison. So once you get out here, you ain't got nothing else to do. You dumb. You can't read. You headed to, you know, they think you headed to prison. And the thing about it is, if we take our kids, even though they may not be good in school because they frustrated or they don't like the environment or they just don't fit in or sometimes these kids be dyslexic. If they don't fit in, if they ain't good in school, man, I am a prime front row view. If you show these kids a skill, how our granddaddies used to say, "Come out here, boy, let me show you how to fix these cars." They can make a living and not be completely literate. I've seen it with my own eyes, man. One of my best friends, man. I, this man is functionally illiterate, but he's an electrician. He goes out. He does great work. He keeps a job. Companies seek after him, and that's because somebody took the time. I can't read this book, but if I or no, I can read the book. I just can't comprehend what I'm reading out the book. I ain't gonna say I can't read. It's the comprehension. It's the taking in what I read. So I can't comprehend what I'm reading out this book. But when you show me how to do it once, twice, and then you let me do it, oh now I got that. Now let's do it again. And this man is an electrician. So let's not lose faith in our children because they not elevating in that school system, man. Give them something to do with their hands, man. Find out what they love to do. Because guess what? Florida is considering, I'm gonna segue into my next story. Florida considers using National Guard to help staff, to help short staff prisons. The state of Florida is looking to send in the National Guard because there's a shortage of correctional officers. So there's a shortage of correctional officers, which makes the conditions in prisons very, very dangerous. This is what y'all see the TikTok videos, and this dude got 9 rolls of toilet paper and a damn hibachi grill under the steps. There's no supervision in this prison. This coming from somebody that have been there before. Um, so they think about sending the National Guard to protect their livestock. Wow, prison is livestock. The prison makes a certain amount of money per day that you're there. Every hour is broken down to the hour yearly that you're there. They make money. They count you every day. That count is associated with how much we getting paid for this day because this is how many inmates we have here. Um, Very rich white men invest their money into the prison systems because it's always a return. It's the only thing probably better than real estate because we got our judges up there with the cloaks on. So be careful. Be careful out there with your children, y'all. Be careful because they ain't letting the prisoners out. They go send our resources, our National Guard. That's supposed to be guard our coast. Will be in the prison, which gonna cause another thing, another issue. And my last story before I go, because I put this on the live, so I don't want. Okay, Largo the police department said that Charles Westgate, 68, called the supervisor of elections about issues with his voter identification card. During the conversation, Westlake allegedly became my right and said he would bring a grenade to the office if these issues weren't resolved. The arrest document said Police said that the call taker's supervisor then had a second conversation with Westgate in order to assess how serious the threat was, and the affidavit said Westgate told the supervisor that he would bring a grenade to the office and asked, "What are you? Are you scared? Are you going to hide under your desk?" Westgate was arrested for making a false bomb threat against a state owned property. So the privilege of it all. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna even get into it. The privilege of it all, Mr. Westgate. Um, you say you go run up in them people's spot with a hand grenade. You probably won't do. There you go, y'all. There go that judicial system. Before I get up out of here, because let's mark it in our calendar. Let's see how much time Mr. Westgate get for saying he had a grenade, even if he actually didn't have a grenade. Hey man, this King Jab, man. I'm live here at 99 Jail. I'm finna get up out of here and let y'all have the day. As always, I appreciate your ear. I appreciate your time. And yo, this is the voice of the people. If you have a business, get your business out there to the people. 727-637-2416. These commercials that we finna queue up and say, oh, we paying bills. Man, your business can be one of these bills we paying. We paying bills back to those that invested in us. That's what when we say we paying bills, we paying you back your investment. You invested in us, so we take our time and we play the commercial that promotes your business to everybody that can hear us out there. So this King Jab and yeah, get yourself together and promote your business. WUJM, St. Petersburg. The Taste of the Island Marketplace is now open in St. Petersburg. 22 1934